All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone for teaching us this truth. Today's lesson, as you can see on the screen, comes from this channel called Please Act Right. But they entitled it Black Woman Has Nothing to Offer. And this video here has been trending, throughout social media. This is a pretty honest woman, at the point of her saying the video, because, women, they change like the weather, and a lot of women don't like to hear that, but, the truth hurts for the most part, and it's actually true, because one day a woman to feel this way and the next day she, feel like everything she just poured her heart out to you about, is has reversed itself or changed, So I'm gonna let this video play. Not too far along into it. I got a few precepts that's available, and we're gonna let the video play, Lord willing. This is edifying to the flock.
So the point of me making this live was basically I realized today that I have nothing to offer a man. Nothing. And I feel like it took, number one, it took me 32 years to realize it because I just found that out today. So I was today years old when I realized it. And then it took me a lot of pride swallowing to be able to admit it. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to a man because a man asked me what I had to offer him. And it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself, and all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into, so there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy because majority of my relationships I wore the pants. So how can you as a woman offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am.
See, now this is what Esau Edom. This is his plan unraveling. This was a plan to separate the so-called black household. You know, and and this is the results of it. After generations of this actually happening. This one woman, she has pretty much woke up. She's being honest. And honesty is a hard thing to find. It's like it doesn't exist. But let's see. Let's go into one scripture. I have. I think I got it queued up. Let's see. And this is just one, dealing with that the women should, be more, you know, uh, understanding. And this woman here, she's starting to realize, like she said, you know, that she's has nothing to offer. It says, "Woe to them that are at ease in Zion," and it's talking about the Israelite woman, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It says, "And trust in the mountain of Samaria, which I named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came." And this is a precept to the book of Isaiah. I believe it's 64. But this is it kind of mirrors America, you know, because or Babylon has been this golden cup in the Lord's hand, referring to the book of Jeremiah, chapter I believe 51, and at one point in time, America had a lot to offer, and 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 the so-called black woman pretty much ate that offering up that comes from Esau, through I guess was it Margaret Singer, I believe. I'm not sure. That I believe that's the woman's name. The Edomite woman's name that you know went into that feminism thing to where you know the brainwashing of the so-called black woman. Saying that she didn't need a man, and the man got kicked out of the house. You know, because of this this serpent's plan. You know, was to take down our people, and you know this is what you have now, and now you're seeing this so-called black woman starting to realize that or starting to awake. This is even though I know that the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, is talking about the dry bones, mostly talking about the men. You're gonna have some women that wake up. You know, and this is a example of dry bones, but the breath is not you know not in her, but she's starting to get that flesh back on her. Starting to understand or wake up what you know what life is all about. It's just a small portion of it because she's not going too deep. She's just realizing that she's missed out on all this time of being a woman to a man. She said she's used to taking care of children, so I don't know if she's talking about her children or but for the most part, our women have multiple baby daddies, as they call them. But let's let the video play a little bit longer.
I'm a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some because I'm a woman, and we have one.
Now they blurted that out, but now I think let's see. I had one. This is another post of her.
Man asked me what I had to offer him, and it was the way he asked that made me realize that I don't. He simply stated, I realize that you're single, but tell me what would I benefit from having you as my woman? Now, outside of the basics like, oh, I look nice, I can cook, I work, I didn't have nothing else to offer. And the reason I realized that I didn't is because I got to thinking about myself, and all I've been doing for so many years is just working and taking care of kids. I don't know necessarily what I'm into, so there goes hobbies. I'm not necessarily sure my feminine level of energy because majority of my relationships I wore the pants. So how can you as a woman offer to be a woman to a man if you've never fully been a woman? I am a woman because I'm a female, but I'm talking about like actually be a woman, like to a man. I've never experienced that, so I don't know what that feels like. So I can't honestly say that I have anything to offer as far as a woman outside of just being a woman. So that means all I really do have to offer is some pussy because I'm a woman and we have one. That's really not enough. I can't honestly say I can offer you a nurturing environment because I'm too frustrated about the children that I have and the lack of help that I have with them. So it's like I can't necessarily be so nurturing to you when I'm frustrated at the amount of nurturing that I'm already doing. So therefore, I know I can't offer you that. I can offer cooking for you, but then to me it comes at a price because if you're coming and you're sitting and you're eating my food.
Yeah, see, I just wanted her to come out with that part, and pretty much, that's how most, uh, well, I ain't gonna say most, but there's a saying in the so-called, black family. Well, this one guy was telling me about it. He said his grandma taught him everything. You know, how to cook. Pay bills, clean up, and all these things, man. He said that his grandma told him, "I don't think you really need a woman for us to give you some pussy." You know, and, and and that's what she said. She went on and spilled the beans about it.
In this short video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of any
it.
musculoskeletal pain.
But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the precepts. Yeah, man. So, it's kind of refreshing for a woman to actually wake up and you know and see it in a way that it's supposed to be, you know, and just to see the reflection instead of always pointing the finger at the so-called man or the so-called black man. Salaki. Let's get this one precept that I thought about when I seen this video. This is a book of Isaiah, chapter 32, and verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." And this is the Most High. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, putting the spirit out there for the women, Like this one woman, she decided to wake up, you know. It's going to be a few to wake up. It won't be very many. Verse 10, it says, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." See, and this is talking about, that pretty much the American way of living, the American dream, of, being able to do whatever you want to do. The serpent's cunning ways that's has tricked the woman, man, to think that she could, have any man and every man and for them to take care of them, and that vintage is, going, the sauce that America is, giving the women, which, their sauce is about to dry up. You see, it's the times that we're in, man, the sauce is drying up. Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 11, it says, "Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you, make you bare, and girt sackcloth upon your loins." And this is the lamentation of the so-called black woman, that the Lord is gonna put out there, man. That's why it started off. It says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease." Let's look up this word "rise up" and see what it has in the blue letter for it, rising up. Okay. I guess it's pronounced Issa. No, that's women, Salaki. Rise up is Quam, I believe it is. Let's see.
Strong's H 6965. Kum.
And it says the biblical outline usages is to rise, arise, stand, rise up, stand up, become powerful, come on the scene, to stand up, to maintain oneself, to be established, confirmed, to stand, endure. Exactly. That's it right there. You see, to stand and endure. Okay. There you go, a good one here. To be set, be fixed. You see, and that's beautiful, man. Now, the Lord is wanting you so-called women, which women is, let's look up there. So you women, let's see what women says in the blue letter. You women. Okay. It's woman, female, wife, opposite of man. Often expressing needs. Okay. I thought it was gonna get a little deeper than that. Let's see. Etymology. Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for right there. That's the man. Okay. Now we know. Uh, no, that ain't it either. But we know that woman means a servant. You know, a servant to a man. And then, I seen this other video with I think it was just something quick with I believe what's the guy, Young Jock, and he did some type of, he was either in a room with a bunch of people, or maybe it was just a setting. A lot of people do those memes. And you had this one a woman in the background saying that women get upset about the word submit. And she was saying, I don't have a problem with submitting, and, you know, and she say, if a man pull out his rod, she can suck part of his soul out of him, you know. With submitting is not bad, Now she is still, being wicked, because at the same time she still had a plot, which that's the so-called black woman anyway. If she submits to you, there's always something behind it, man. Some type of agenda that she has set up to take you. Okay. Let's get this one last precept. Sorry about that video being sideways. I think that was the only one I could get there. Because everybody is making a video out. It's trending, and it's kind of refreshing for a person to be honest, man. Okay. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 28, and verse 13. It said, he that covered his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsake them shall have mercy. You see? That's beautiful, man. This is man or woman, okay? But most of the scriptures always say he, because the Lord is talking. The man comes first before anything, okay? Okay, so I think that's probably it. The point has definitely been made.
Food, and you're not providing any of it, I'm a feel away. So now I'm offering you bitterness. That's not anything a man wants. Why would you want a bitter female? Well, I'm bitter because of my own merits. So it's not your job to fix the bitterness. It's my job to fix. As much as I want a man to come to me ready, able to provide, work, and handle himself, I think that me as a female, I need to have my emotions in check, because if a man wants peace, I don't have any, because I'm frustrated. I'm bitter, I'm emotional, I'm upset. So I made this video because today I realized that I don't have anything to offer a man outside of good looks. And I learned that I don't want a man for just his looks. So how can I be so selfish and only offer a bare minimum and expect so much? That is some unfair shit. Now, I don't know about all these other females.
And she was honest. Hey, let's get this one last precept before we close it out. Now going back, forgive me for the screen turning from side to side, but it's doing whatever it wants to do. This phone. I thought the screen was locked, but let's go to 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 21. It said, providing for honesty, for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. So we're going to give our praises and honor to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakah Kodash, Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone for teaching us His truth. And shalom to the whole elect.